Okay, so the first card that's fallen is the let me see this properly. Is foreigners. So you might be meeting a lot of people. So you might be doing a lot of international travel at this particular moment, getting a lot of insights and seeing a lot of different ways the way people live, the way they do things, and that's giving you a lot of inspiration and it's making you have a lot of growth. So a lot of growth coming from that. Now you've got the gifts card over here, which speaks about there might be some kind of proposal coming in for you. Maybe there is some kind of gift coming in for you. So something being given to you that you least expected. And, it looks like it's divinely orchestrated as well. So maybe while visiting these people, some new insights are coming to you. Something, maybe they're giving you a lot of gifts as well for having visited them. But certainly something coming in that you least expected. And you've got the weapons card over here. So whatever you're doing, you're needing to use all your skills and talents to be able to do it. And it's very difficult, whatever you're doing, but you're using all these talents and all these things that you learned. Maybe you're acquiring new skills and new talents. There's a ring over here, so there could be some kind of contract that you're signing as well at the moment. But you're definitely climbing up this career ladder as well. It's a difficult climb, but you're having, you're using all these skills and talents that you have, and trying to maybe secure some kind of contract as well in the process. So you've got the card of fishing, and that shows a lot of abundance coming in this last year. So there's been a lot of emotional growth and a lot of joy and happiness coming in for you. You can see there's loads of fish and they're jumping out of the water. So all of this, you may have met a lot of people and they've been very appreciative of you. A lot of blessings coming in as well with that card. And, with this card of the aiding card, it's, you're getting a lot of help, but it's also a card about collaboration and collaborating with a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life, doing things or seeing things that you've never seen before and doing a lot of learning as well. So going into the future, you've got the fruit card over here. So this is a lot of learning coming in. So with all this, meeting a lot of people, collaborating with a lot of people that are foreign to you, doing lots of things that are foreign to you. You can see with this abundance card, there's also a lot of fish. So there's, you're dealing with a lot of people. It seems a lot of communication, and you're doing a lot of learning as well, and a lot of growth coming in as well. And you've got the jewelry card over here. Just watch your spending. Make sure that you're not overspending, buying things that you don't really need with this card, buying irrelevant things. You could be traveling and just buying all this knickknacks or, little souvenirs, and, maybe you don't need to do all of that. So make sure you're watching your finances as well. So that's the energies for that week. So this is the Vikings Tarot. Let's see what it's got to say. So the first card is the Ten of Swords. So there was some situation that you dealt with that was very difficult. And it seems like that has come to an end right now. It's almost as though you received some kind of punishment. Something was very difficult. There was a lot of vindictive behavior, stabbing in the back, kind of deceit that went through. And, it caused a big chaos in your life and a big disruption. And now that energy has now come to an end. Everything seems to have gone up in smoke. You felt like as though your life was on fire, really, the way it goes over here. And there's nothing that you could do to rescue that situation. So something big has come to an end. Some kind of situation has come to a very dramatic end. And there was a lot of drama that went on with that ending. So what's happening with you? You've got the Three of Swords. Whatever this ending was, it was a very difficult situation because you've got three really difficult cards here. You've got the Ten of Swords over here, which is talking about a very dramatic ending. And underneath it is the Five of Pentacles. So there was a big loss that came with this card. And underneath that, you've got the Five of Wands. So whatever the situation was, there was a lot of anxiety, stress, tension as well. It caused a lot of loss, having you running away from it, trying to get away from that kind of difficult situation. So being left out in the cold, really. That person was very victorious. You can see this person's raising this bow and arrow in victory. You were defeated and you had to leave that situation in a hurry. And whatever happened, there was a lot of loss as well that came with that situation. And now you've got the Three of Pentacles. It may have come out from a misunderstanding. You might have been dealing with three really difficult people over here with this Three of Swords. There was a communication problem over here, some kind of argument, fight, that led to a heartbreak on your side. And they were very aggressive. It seems like a very aggressive situation. And you've got the Devil card over here. So whoever it was very much in control, had you tied up in knots about it. And, you couldn't see anything. There was a lot of deceit, a lot of lies, a very, very dramatic, nasty situation to have been through. So a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments. Now you've got the Strength card coming up in this last year, so you've had to deal with a lot of difficult situations. Whatever this problem was, it took all your strength, all your mental, prowess to actually kind of sort it out. This is a very big cat this person is dealing with. So something, whatever the behavior was very, very nasty, and you had to deal with it. And you could barely even do anything about it. So whatever it was a very dramatic, awful situation. And you've got the Knave of Swords over here. So it might have ended up in some kind of legal battle as well. And it was also very, very dramatic, very nasty. So maybe you've been waiting for some kind of legal news to come in, or maybe some kind of legality, some kind of legal news came in the last year. It could be in the form of a restraining order. It could be some kind of fine, something that was legal, official that came in for you. And that's caused a lot of upset because you've got the Three of Swords over here. And, the Swords cards always talks about legalities, or, dealing with like the police, or dealing with some kind of officials. So this is, news coming in that kind of capacity. And it was it's very dramatic, and it's also very upsetting. It causes a lot of anxiety. So what's on your mind? You're trying to start brand new. You're reviewing the situation that happened. You're confused about what to do next. And you're trying to make a decision about what to do next. And you're very, very intently, it's been playing on your mind. So you're thinking about which pathway you should choose, what you should do next. You've got the Four of Swords. So whatever happened over here was so dramatic. It seems like you've been excluded from everybody else. You've been, almost put out to pasture. You've been isolated from the rest of the crowd. So you're spending a lot of time by yourself, but also you might be going through some kind of stress illness as well. This could be even that, you may have had some surgery, some kind of operation happening for you. But it's definitely a time where you're needing to take some time out and heal from whatever happened. And take some time in solitude. So this is like, taking complete rest and taking this rest away from everybody else to get your thoughts in order again, to come up with a new solution. So he's got this one sword in his hand where he's trying to think of a solution to deal with that Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is coming up after the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is coming up after the Three of Swords, which is good, which means that you are progressing. You're not staying stuck in that Three of Swords situation, that nasty situation. You are moving on. You are recovering from it. And it looks like you've been excluded from everybody else. You've been maybe pushed out, isolated from everybody else, maybe deliberately on their part. Maybe the nastiness has got you retreating and, going somewhere to lick your wounds and heal from that situation. So you're trying to get yourself back on track again. And like I said, there might be a stress-related illness that has come from it. So it's taken its toll on your health as well. So you've got the Four of Pentacles over here. So you maybe the situation involves something to do with your finances as well. So this is having you worried about money as well, and trying to set boundaries, trying to set borders, trying to make sure that people don't cross these boundaries as well. And you're very worried about your money. It looks like you are having to go into your savings. It seems to actually sort yourself out. So, you are having some financial problems as well. Now, around you, you've got the Three of Cups. So something is going to improve. Something will get better. There will be some kind of something that you have to celebrate. So there are people around you to support you with this Three of Cups and give you that advice. But also it looks like you might win in the situation eventually. There is a cause for celebration. It might not be as dire as it seems. So you're looking to go and ask somebody for some kind of advice or help, somebody higher up. If this was a work situation, you're looking to go to a boss or somebody else, this could well have been something that happened within your workplace scenario, but you are looking for some kind of support and help. And that's been playing on your mind about who to go and ask for some kind of advice. So going into the future, you've got the Knave of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So with the Knave of Pentacles is, maybe you're putting out feelers for a new job. You're trying to find out about, you're waiting for news about a new job, a new project, something new to come in. So it looks like something happened over here. It's caused a problem for you, and it looks like maybe you left that situation. That could be, or if you're still in the situation, you're looking, to find other means or other ways of earning money, or, finding a new project, but you're waiting for news to come in as well with this Knave of Pentacles, news about money, news about your finances. The Two of Pentacles is, struggling with that, maybe you're trying to get a second job, or you're trying to do something else, so taking on extra responsibilities, trying to find a balance, trying to sort your finances out. So this is trying to get everything sorted out, trying to keep on top of things. This is about juggling, but this is also about other people stirring up your pot. So, maybe other people are causing problems for you in the place that you're working at. So this could be that. This is also about, multitasking, doing more than one thing to try and get that money coming in. But it looks like there is going to be help over here. You've got the Six of Chalices over here, somebody offering gifts. So, whatever financial problems you have, it looks like somebody is going to come and help you out. With the Six of Cups, it's like an offer coming in that will get you out of a difficult situation. Somebody there to rescue you, an aid, some kind of aid coming in. So if you need to ask for financial aid, it looks like you will get it. If you ask for it, and somebody offering you a helping hand to get out of a difficult financial situation. So it looks like money will come in, or some kind of aid will come in for you. In the meantime, you are watching your finances, you're keeping a tight rein of it, and you're trying to get over and recover from whatever difficult situation that happened. So a really nasty kind of situation. It looks like there was some kind of legal closure to it, or there's, a legal case pending on it. But eventually it looks like, you will end up being the winner. So don't worry too much about it. But a really difficult situation, pretty nasty. So you've got the Ego card over here. And this is about, you may feel that you are trapped in your situation, but that is not true. Be careful not to overly focus on the material things and break free from negative thinking. So the Ego card is the Devil card. So, you are still being manipulated and controlled by whatever that situation is, and you're feeling very negative about it. So, you need to break free of it. Free your mind, and don't let these people bully you around. It seems like you are having headbutting with somebody. So there's somebody that's very difficult that you're working with and having a lot of arguments with. And occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. Now, if the situation is drawing or pulling too much of energy, and it seems like it is because you've got the Four of Swords over here, it's taking its toll on your health, you might need to just walk away from it. Accept the defeat and walk away from it. Whatever they're doing is pretty humiliating, though. But don't stand there and waste your energy, because it's making you ill in the end. So whatever is not serving you, walk away from it rather than standing up for a fight. And then you've got the Magician card, which is a really good card to have. Now, the magic is in the air. You can manifest anything that you need to be successful. So you are getting the power back in your hand, and you will be able to manifest, but you need to be positive thinking. Now, this is also a card about being, starting something new and working pretty hard and multitasking and doing a lot of projects and a lot of things at the same time. But the power is in your hand, and whatever you think can become a reality. So you can think yourself out of the situation, really, is what I'm saying. The Magician card is a card ruled by Gemini or ruled by Mercury. So you are pretty smart. Gemini is a very, very clever sign because it is ruled by Mercury. So if you think yourself out of that situation, you'll be amazed at the solutions that come to you. Because you're very clever and Mercury rules you, or, how you do things, you'll be able to manifest what you need and get out of a difficult situation. And, people be amazed how you manage to get out of it. So you need to do that. You need to employ that Gemini energy and get yourself out of the situation by think yourself out of it and come up with the solution. So with the Magician card, the power is back in your hands again. and just be aware of that. So whatever problems that were caused by people, you can defeat them by just employing whatever you've been thinking about. So you are focusing a lot on money, and it looks like there will be some kind of help for you, some kind of support that will give you that stability that you need. So, and you might be doing another job at the same time, but also being able to manifest something and working pretty, you've got a lot of projects, new projects will come to you, or something new will come that will allow you to get out of this difficult situation. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.